Hey guys, Malkuth 1974 coming back at you. Another episode of, well, this isn't really Feed the Beast anymore, but it's Malkuth's Modded Minecraft 1.5.2. In this episode, we're going to be covering the Galgadorian drill. Now, unfortunately, I made the rookie mistake of actually recording this whole episode, doing everything the way I wanted to do it, and I forgot to actually push the Fraps record button. I have it on sound, but I don't actually have everything recorded. So I've actually already started the drill. It's already in there. But I will go over, for you guys can see how hellish it is to do this. Let's go over it one more time. So, the woodcutters. In 1.5.2, let me find this first. Steve's cart has changed for the worse and made you have 3 different types of woodcutters. You no longer have one woodcutter, alright? Which, you know, if it was done correctly, probably would have been better, but it wasn't done correctly. In my opinion, it's only my opinion, it wasn't done correctly. The first one is a basic woodcutter. The second one is a hardened woodcutter, and the third one is the Galgadorian Wood Cutter. We all know about the Galgadorian drill, one of the most expensive items in the game to make. This is not as expensive, but it's pretty goddamn close. So, what's the difference? Well, the first 2 tiers of woodcutters basically will break, is the best way to explain it. And I'll take you guys down to when I transferred from 1.47 to 1.52, my woodcutter that I had in 1.47 stayed in the game. It's still right there. I've never added anything or did anything to it, but it automatically defaulted to, I think this is the basic one. It just says woodcutter, I'm not sure. But if you look here, you can see that it has a durability, and it gives you this big number, and it's at 69%. Now, keep in mind now, I play in single player. Now, remember this when I'm explaining this to you, okay? I have already put 5 diamonds into this. This is how you repair your woodcutters, is with diamonds. I've already put 5 diamonds into this to repair this and to keep it going, just for now. Now, the 3 different tiers are actually, I think the basic woodcutter is something like, I'm not sure. I'm not going to give numbers, but it's like 50% slower or 35% slower. I think it's 35% slower than your 1.47 version. The hardened one is like 20% or 15%, and the Galgadorian one is actually like 30% faster. But it's also unbreakable. That's the difference. These 2 will break. These 2 will. This one is unbreakable. So you'll have to get to get your 1.47 version back. You'll have to get the most expensive drill. Now, they don't actually break in the way you think that the tool is gonna bust and you're not gonna be able to use it anymore. What's gonna happen is that the cart's just gonna stop cutting. Once this durability runs down, you have to add diamonds to it, and it takes like everything Steve's cart is odd. I don't know why he does it that way. We'll talk about this when we start actually showing you how I made the drill, which is building right now. But it takes 3 diamonds to repair this, and this is just I think this is just the basic woodcutter. I'm pretty sure it doesn't really say it. I can't tell you for sure because this is what I ended up with when I transferred. So yes, so to keep your woodcutter, this woodcutter going, for single players, probably not a biggest deal because we can we don't have a server going for hours and hours, like you guys. But for you server players, Steve's cart, any of those versions of for durability, this is not gonna work for you. You're gonna set it up and you're gonna come back in a day or 2, and you're going to have to throw more diamonds at it, and you're not going to get the wood output you had before, and your boilers or whatever you have running off it is going to be shut down. In my personal opinion, the only reason I'm doing this is because I want to show people how it works. If I was not a Let's Player, that would have been torn down, and I would have uninstalled Steve's cart from my mod inventory totally. I do not agree with how expensive this is. to me, and only to me, this is trees. These are woodcutters. They shouldn't be that expensive. It shouldn't be that expensive. I'm not gonna bitch about it anymore, but it's seriously, I would uninstall this right now if I just wasn't showing you guys how it worked. And of course, if I install it, I want to keep it running just because I made it. So anyway, yeah, you're better off with MFR. And I'm not saying that maybe MFR someday somebody will bitch to the team on MFR, complain that cutting down wood is too fucking cheap for them too, and they'll make theirs more expensive too. But whatever. But right now, MFR is your best bet. But if you want to go this way, you like to do the things the hard way, then this is definitely the way to go for cutting down wood. Alright, so now that we have the basic how that works, let's show you. Okay, so to make a Galgadorian wood cutter, you need 5 blades, a reinforced metal, and a wood cutting core. Now, the wood cutting core, everybody knows how to make that. Let's go over one of the cheaper items first, the reinforced metal. How you make that is you need iron ingots, what they call refined hardener, and hardened mesh. Now, hardened mesh is iron bars and more of that refined hardener, and the refined hardener is all it is obsidian, and this little 4 pattern with a diamond in the middle of it. Now, you guys are already thinking, well, that's pretty expensive for just that. Well, you'd be absolutely correct. It is pretty expensive. You need a total of 2 of these, which is 4 of these, which is 4 diamonds to make just 2 of these. Plus you need 2 of these, which is another 2 diamonds, which is 6 diamonds, to make 5 of these. Alright? That's all you need for the actual cutter. I believe, yeah. So you make 5. Yeah, because you got that reinforced metal there. But remember that, okay? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You actually get, yeah, and you'll have leftovers. We won't get into the leftovers. Okay, so the blades don't seem all that bad until you actually look at what a Galgadorian metal is. And what that is actually a block of diamonds, which is 9 diamonds. Alright, glowstone, eye of Galgador, and some more stabilized metal. Oh, remember that? Right here? So that's another diamond just for, you'll get another 5, but that's another diamond right there. So now you're at 9, right here, plus you got your 5, plus you'll need another one, which is another 6. So let's do the math here. It's adding up, right? So that's how you make that. These eyes of Galgador are not really all that bad. The hardest thing is the ghast here, and I use MFR, and I have a safari net. If you guys remember earlier in the series, I made a safari net of a ghast, and that's how I get my ghast tears. Magma creams, and fermented spider eyes, and eyes of ender, which is just ender pearl, and blaze powder. So obviously this whole Steve's cart thing is basically a end game thing for a woodcutter. Again, completely ridiculous, completely unnecessary, but it's just the way it is. So that's how you make the drills. So in total, what did I start with? You see my diamond thing up there? It says 0. Well, I think I had 48 or 49 diamonds, and I'm down to 3. So that should give you a clue of how many diamonds it's going to cost you. And I think that's about it. Yeah, it is. Alright, so if you thought you were all set with just that, no, because you still need to make the engine. I usually make a coal engine, an attachments. I don't have any attachments on mine. For storage, I use the side bags, and obviously the tool is the Galgadorian tool. Right now it's being made. It takes 2 hours and 30 minutes real time for this to actually be made. Just for you guys know, you can see the progress right here. It's going down. But you're not done, because I didn't talk about the hull. I actually made the mistake of thinking it took a regular hull, but nope. The Galgadorian drill actually requires at least a reinforced hull, because the Galgadorian drill has a pretty high complexity, But the reinforced hull, and you don't have to make the Galgadorian one because they both have the same complexity. It's just the Galgadorian one has more room than the reinforced one. But we don't need all that much room because all we do is have the drill, not the drill, but the cutter, the bags, and the engine. So, how do you make that? Oh, look at that! We need some more reinforced metal, which is going to cost you another bunch of diamonds. So, here we go. Again, here we go. You make it another 6 or 7 diamonds to make the reinforced hull. You make it with reinforced metal. The wheels are done with reinforced metal surrounded by iron ingot in that little cross type fashion there. And then you are all set. So I don't know if you guys ever knew this or not, but let me show you a simple recipe. I have the diamond obsidian. Okay. Say you want to make, and this goes for anything. Alright, so that's the recipe for making raw hardener, which then you cook in the oven to make that hardened thingy-wingy. But in your 1.52, you no longer have red power, so you can't have the nice little project table. I'll show you a little trick. This is NEI, so if you hold down the shift key and you hit the question mark, it will automatically put all your stuff that's in your inventory, as long as it's in your inventory, into your crafting table, so you can actually make your thing. And it will, if I had 15 diamonds and 100 obsidian, it would actually put enough of that in there to make what it can make for that product. So, just a little tip for you guys. So that's about it. I have to wait for this to run. This is where I got to last time when I did my last recording, when I realized, hey, why isn't my Fraps FPS numbers red? Oh, they're yellow. Oh, that means I'm not recording while I'm talking. That's wonderful. So anyway, let's go over a few more changes before we do make things. Forestry. Forestry is going to annoy you just as much as Steve's cart does, because he's made it a little bit more difficult to do shit too, unfortunately. I know, I sound like I'm complaining, but really, again, this is just my opinion, alright? To me, I like setting up power supplies and power sources, but I want to set it up and forget it. I don't want to spend hours and hours and days and weeks of maintenance and doing all this stupid little stuff to keep it going. I want to make the power supply to do the stuff that I really want to do, which is building, make cool mechanical stuff, stuff like that. But no, I've been spending the last week trying to get my power supply all situated. The biggest thing is that the change to forestry and how things work. No longer will regular vanilla saplings give you a good source of biomass. It's been like cut in half. It's like absolutely ridiculous. To get a good source of biomass, you actually need to start breeding trees. And the better the trees you start breeding, the better biomass you'll get, which you can then turn into ethanol. And again, if you don't want to mess with this, the old system is still there. It's just not in forestry anymore. It's in MFR. Again, I'll go back to MFR. MFR is probably going to become the easy mode of Minecraft now, because it seems like everybody else is going. In forestry, let me correct this. Forestry does have some configs that you can edit that give you easy mode, but I think it mostly has to do with bees and doing the bees and stuff like that. I don't know if it has to do with tree breeding and stuff like that. So I actually have 3 separate tree farms running. I have the Steve's cart we just went over. I have my forestry one, which is the worst out of all of them. And I have my MFR, which could, if I really wanted to be the best out of all of them, which the easiest to make and you'll get the most trees out of. The problem is that when it comes to biomass and making ethanol, the only thing that will accept a forestry tree, one of its own trees, is forestry. I've already tried it with MFR, it didn't work, and it doesn't work with Steve's carts either. Right now, I don't know if it's something they're going to add later on or not. So I technically have these three things running right now, and I still do not have enough biomass to run my second boiler. My first boiler is actually up and running. It's still heating up. It's you know, all those crazy builds that used to see people on Reddit with all their like 15 or 16 boilers? Well, I don't know if that's a thing of a past or what, but this is, I really need this boiler running because I need to get my my quarry going again. I haven't had a quarry going since I've been in 1.52. As you can tell, I'm already out of diamonds, which is a really, really sucky thing. This one is actually now all heated up. And I'm going to go see if this is actually keeping up with that. So yeah, so now that my boiler is heated up, my ethanol is actually growing. So I can actually go and turn on my other boiler, and I can see if this is going to keep up or not. Right now, it is true what I told you, that I'm getting less ethanol or biomass than my 1.47 version, because the only thing using a forestry tree is the forestry thing, and that is the forestry farm, and that thing is slow as dirt, so it will definitely not keep up with anything of interest. So let's see if we can get this running. I have 2 hours to kill anyway. Not that I'm going to actually do this whole video for 2 hours, but I would like to get this running. Now, did I ever hook this, re-hook this up? That is the question. I don't think I did, and I don't have any pipes. Alright, let me go get some, not conduits, what the hell can I, liquid duct pipes, if I have enough left. Liquid. I got 66. That's good. All right. Now I'm just gonna tap this in from the other boiler, which should have a few things. There it is, right there. If I tap this down, we'll have to grab that later. I'll bring this up and up. We'll go up like that for I don't actually see it. That should be hooked up. I'll need that. And bang. Now please tell me I put water in that before I actually did that. I sure did. We have a water supply. There we go. I finally got my other boiler up and running. These should take off eventually. So that will be a test in itself. If I start running out of power, then not power, but ethanol, then I'm gonna have issues. I'm gonna have to figure something out if I start running out of that. So okay, so I don't know if I showed you this last episode or not. I think I talked about it, but a deep storage unit will no longer be fed from a steam boiler, a solid steam boiler. I know it worked in 1.47. That's how I had it set up. It no longer works, and that is a complete bummer. But I set this system up, and it's, you know, it's just as good. I'm not getting any overflow. I have these gates set as I don't know if it's a bug, but I can't really click on gates with any tools in my hand. I have them as space and inventory, red pipe signal. The red wire goes all the way over here to this one, which is waiting for a red signal to be on and to give you an energy pulsar, and it will pump out. Now I know that the tree farms are actually keeping up with this because I had like 5,000 something when I last checked, and now it's at 6,161. Of course, these are all heated up now and not as a big a deal, but like with the liquid one, I had to wait till one was heated up before I started the other one because I didn't want it to suck up too much of my ethanol. But we look like we are on our way to that. I remember in my my last episode, I also showed you that I was having issues with my coke ovens. They wouldn't. They also wouldn't take from the deep storage unit. Remember when everything was, and I was like, what the hell's going on? Well, I figured it out. Obviously, Railcraft has changed the way things work. I used to have it set up one pipe, one in here, and it fed this whole system up. But to come to find out now that he must have made this whole system work. If you want to feed coal into this, you have to do it from the top, like I have up here. I just started doing some experiments, and it finally worked. I have this set up the same exact ways I have the boiler set up I just showed you with the other stuff. Only difference is that this is coal, and I am running out of coal because I do not have a quarry up. So, obviously, that's how that works. And interesting enough that the creosote still comes out of the top. I didn't have to change that. So it comes up the top, goes all the way over here, and ends up in my iron tank over here. Obviously, I've showed you my mobster essence, who is actually loading up because we're still doing that. So I tell you what, I'm going to wait until that Galgadorian reinforced hull is done. Let's see what we're at here. And then I'll be right back with you guys. We'll go do a quick look to see where it is at. And where is that thing? Oh, there it is. Oh, and I'm out of coal. That's the next thing. You got to be here to put the coal in. For Christ's sake. So, 2 hours, 14 minutes. So, every 15 minutes you have to put more coal in. So, I don't have enough coal. Don't you just love this? And you can't hook power up to it if you guys are wondering. It does not work. You have to burn coal in it. I'm wondering if I can figure something out here. Screw it. I'll just load it up. So anyway, I'll be back, guys, when this is done. Okay, guys, I'm back. Oh, it's been quite a while. I've been reading how to do some more Railcraft stuff, but we'll get into that into another episode. But anyway, there it is. Modular cart. Galgadorian Wood Cutter. Let's go try this baby out. Oh. Disable it. Am I not allowed to grab this? You're disabled now. Maybe it's because it has stuff in it. Not sure. Thank you. So, that's the modular, and that's the Galgadorian. This tool will never break. That's already a good start. Put that like that. There we go. there you have it, guys. The Galgadorian, whatever the hell it's called, wood cutter is operational. I wouldn't say it was nice and operational, like it was a cool little thing, but I should be getting more wood now than ever with this. I really think he should change how things work a little bit, you know. Maybe the repair function for the other two should be something less than diamonds, maybe gold or iron or something like that. But yeah, I think I think the repair function I wouldn't mind it so much if it wasn't such an outrageous repair. Repairing something with diamonds, I mean, come on, it doesn't make any sense. But I guess whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it anymore. This will be probably one of the only Steve's Cart things I ever build again, so whatever. Anyway, guys, this is Malkuth 1974. Comments, what do you guys think about the new Steve's Cart in 1.5.2? Actually, I think it was changed in 1.5.1, but it's been going on. I knew there was a couple complaints out there about it. You know, in all actuality, for somebody that plays on a server or something, it's probably not a big deal because they always have quarries running and they got tons of diamonds. But for a guy like me that, you know, my stuff only runs while I play, it's a pretty big issue to be wasting that many diamonds like that just on a wood cutter. And to me, that's all that is a wood cutter. It cuts wood. That's all it does. What I do with that wood is my business. You know, it's like if I build my house, which obviously I build my house with it. So you know, this whole Let's Play is pretty important to have wood. So to have something be that costly is a little nerve-wracking, but we'll get over it. So again, guys, Malkuth out.